Good morning, everybody. Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas of Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, outstanding. Well, thank you so much for joining us here and at the first media day for the networking groups at the Arizona Sands Club. What an amazing backdrop for it, right?
Yeah.
I love it. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Larry Paxton, PBR Market Tools. You provide independent stock market research for savvy investments.
Okay. And how can people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me at my phone number is 520-444-2519. Once again, 520-444-2519. They can email me at lpaxton, LPAXTON, at pbrmarkettools.com.
Beautiful. And you have a monthly subscription that you can do. What does that monthly subscription look like?
Sure, yeah. So what happens is we actually have three different plans. We have a one-time use plan, it's just good for 1 month. It's $19.95. You can do an ongoing subscription for $19.95 a month, or you can do an annual subscription. It's $159 for a full year. So you have about 4 months with free services for that.
That's awesome.
Education on how to play in the stock markets, and we provide the PBR 25 top buy stocks each month. We'll have that list updated tonight, as a matter of fact.
All right.
We have a series of roundtables coming up. We have 3 scheduled for next week, and then 2 more scheduled later on in the month. So people can, there's small groups of investors, 4 to 6 people in a group typically. And we go over the current PBR 25 top buy stocks. We focus on a few stocks. We review the economy. We talk about trading strategies, research tips, and things like that. That's done all along. And the subscribers can turn those meetings as well.
Awesome.
Very nice. Oh.
Wonderful. Well, do you have any quick stocks that you could tell us about, or do we have to pay for the subscription?
No, there's some of the AI stocks are hot right now. NVIDIA is a hot stock right now. The analysts still have those as a buy stock. What we do is really focus on companies that have at least 10 buy recommendations by professional analysts, which are primarily the major banks in the United States. Are forecasting at least a 20% return over the next 12 months. And,
Beautiful.
The thing that's kind of interesting is that we did a preliminary take on it last night, and we only found 19 stocks that had our criteria because the market's a little oversold. And so a lot of things as a result of that, and we'll be talking about that in the PBR Market Tools, about what investors should be doing to prepare for that. Because there will probably be a downtick at some point as the market is a little bit overbought. We have a combination of a few oil and gas stocks, energy transfer ones, typically on the list. And we also focus a little bit on some high dividend stocks, even like, we'll be talking about.
Very good. Very cool. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us today. And I look forward to hearing more from you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're at the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. Or you have my personal email address as well. But if you're interested in any stock options or information, don't forget to get a hold of them at what email address or.
This is L Paxton, PAXTON, LPAXTON at pbrmarkettools.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back. And we're coming back in. Hello again. Wesley Source with the Tucson Tasty Show here with Ron Arenas of Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and the guys next door.
Yeah.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
Your launch for the guys next door is Sunday, isn't it?
It is. This Sunday, February 4th.
What time?
4:30 in the afternoon.
4:30? Or you start at 4:30 or you start at 4?
Oh, I'm sorry. We start 4.
4 to 4:30. And what channel are you on?
Already.
No worries.
10:30 a.m. KBOI, The Voice.
Awesome. The Voice. I look forward to seeing you there, and I'll be on right before you. So I'll warm up everybody for you, the crowd up for you, and then we'll bring you in.
Perfect.
And we're here with Nick. Now, Nick, you're in insurance. Tell us a little bit about your insurance.
Yeah, my name's Nick Smith. I work for a company called Carrion. We're a Liberty Mutual subsidiary, and I sell home, auto, life, and pets. And I have my dog Chuck, who is insured on the pet insurance right now.
Okay.
So,
Can you tell us a little bit about the pet insurance?
yeah, definitely. So there's a couple different little options. There's one if you want to like cover, medical as far as like prescriptions and stuff like that for the pets. But there's also just like kind of catastrophic events as well. Like if your dog ends up being put down or gets hit by a car or something like that, there's also coverage that is, less expensive, like that's geared towards that as well. So I think that there's a lot of different options. I'm the type of pet owner that's looking for the coverage on, kind of when, like the final expense, if you will. Because I had a dog that we had to put down. It was like $3,000.
Oh my goodness!
Was it?
Wow.
Because we wanted to try to save her and this and that. Next thing you know, it's $3,000. And it's like, man, that was really challenging.
So would it help with like surgeries and things like that, the catastrophic insurance?
Yeah, there's definitely some coverages where we can do surgeries and stuff like that. But the catastrophic one is more like
End of life.
end of life.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And you've got to log into, you got to go to YouTube and check us out.
Well,
And-
we need to know how to get a hold of Nick.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
How do we get a hold of you?
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn, or you could just shoot me a text. Hey, Paul, 520-668-1549.
Let's hear that one more time.
520-668-1549.
Thank you so much,
Great.
Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, guys.
And again, you can check us out on YouTube at The Tasty Show 520. That's The Tasty Show 520. I'm Wesley Source, the host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas. And we have a professional astrologer with us. How you doing? Will you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Deborah Dishery. My business is Deborah Dishery Astrology, and I'm a professional astrologer who covers many topics for clients.
Okay.
What type of topics do you cover?
So, my top service tends to be career paths, vocational guidance type instruction. What I'll do is I'll take their birth chart and interpret it, and I will look at their probabilities, the best career paths. If someone wants to start a business, I'll help them decide when is the best time to start a business. I also do medical astrology, and I'm not a doctor, but I do an assessment of nutritional balances in the body. And I can have them go and talk to their doctor more about the results for that. And I also do New Souls charts, which is for newborn babies, so that parents can have a better understanding for their child's learning styles and the best ways to parent that child in particular.
Wonderful. Well, I heard that Reagan had an astrologer. I can't say the word.
Yes. Well,
It's not spaghetti or spanakopita, so I'm not worried. The Tucson Tasty Show, right? I got to talk about food. But sorry, go ahead.
well, we could talk about food because, that comes into the medical analysis a lot of times. Because some people, for example, have no business eating wheat or really spicy foods. And they're like, why's my stomach all tore up all the time? It's like, well, you're eating whole bottles of Tabasco. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Wow. I hope nobody's doing that, but fair enough. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
How do we get a hold of
Oh yeah. How do you? Thank you.
so I have a website. It's www.dbastrology.biz, and that is dbastrology.biz. I can be contacted by 520-288-2637, or you can email me at dbastrology22@gmail.com.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And Ron, you got to say it again. Guys Next Door.
The Guys Next Door radio show is premiering this Sunday, February 4th at 4 p.m.
Thank you so much. Well, welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas. And we have a special guest who's here from Cintas. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Catalina Guzman. I am the market manager with Cintas here in Southern Arizona. Cintas is one of the leading companies that we provide uniforms and facility services for small businesses, big businesses, organizations, hospitality, corporate accounts, education sectors. We service a lot of departments here at the university as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hopping on with us. I know we pulled you away from a meeting, so I'll let you get back to that. How can everybody get a hold of you?
Yes. So if you guys are looking or interested in sampling some of our garments, we are affiliated and partnered with Carhartt. So a lot of, if you guys have any employees that have to be out there in PPE, we work with Chef Works. If you're in the kitchen culinary, you guys can reach out to me at 626-922-5734, or you can reach me, and we're local here, right off the 10 and Grant. And my email is guzmanc2@cintas.com.
Beautiful. And again, I'm Wesley Source here with Ron Arenas. This is the Tucson Tasty Show, and we'll be right back after this break with another guest. Welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas of Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. And you're also with the Guys Next Door.
We are.
Which you're doing your premiere on Sunday from 4 to 4:30. Tell us about it.
Sure. So it's a new radio show that I'm hosting, and my co-host is Pastor John McClain, and it's all about topics that guys want to know about and want to hear. We have some great guests coming in, and just having some nice conversations with them and about things that they're doing in the community and impacts that they're making.
Wonderful. So we have another guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about what you do.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jack Shanoff. I am a Tucson native, born and raised here. I recently exited the military as an infantry officer, served for about 9.5 years, but the longer I spent away from Tucson, the more we really want to come back. I now serve as a third-generation fiduciary financial advisor. My grandfather opened up the Dean Witter branch in Tucson in 1962.
Oh, okay.
And Shanoff has serviced Tucson ever since. So we do 401ks, 403bs, simple SEP IRAs, Photo Ks, 529Ks. We're partnering with a lot of families here in Tucson. So if you're interested, go over on Fort Lowland Swag, SEP Online, Retirement Wealth Partners, and we're excited to work with you.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. And how do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can research us at Retirement Wealth Partners. You can give us a phone call. We have someone manning the phone at 6:30 in the morning till 5:30 p.m. Or stop by our office on Fort Lowland Swan.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And remember, everybody, you got to subscribe, like, and share. And you can find us at the Tucson or the Tasty Show 520, the Tucson Tasty Show on Facebook and Instagram. And we'll be right back.
Basically, who haven't lost to in the last number of years. So
Mark Stoops is doing a pretty good job. He used to be the defensive coordinator here.
we just don't have any recruiting power anymore. And so now that I think that plane is shifting, with,
You guys were right to begin the season, weren't you?
very late, 25, somewhere around there. But then I knew we lost the opener. So and we didn't just lose it; we lost it pretty good. So I think it was Utah, right? The Utes. So
Was it? Okay.
yeah, they were ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was they were the number 17 or 17 in the nation at the time.
Utah is a good program.
They rolled over us like we were butter. So
Well, maybe Florida needs a little Gatorade.
yeah.
Uh,
The stuff they make today, I don't know if they'd want to drink. Man.
No, probably not.
That's not what it used to be.
No.
Right.
fair enough.
It's been tough there, but they'll play. My wife's a double Gator graduate too, so I was very fortunate to live there for 5 years. So it was a lot of fun. It's a great little town. I would say if you remember Austin, maybe 25 years ago, before Texas, the university really just took off.
Yeah.
swallowed up. And then Austin had the films that were coming through, then the South by Southwest, all of these big events. So it just blew Austin up.
Yeah.
It's a lot like that. It's growing. And it's a lot of rural areas. It's cool. We live just 20 minutes south of actual downtown, which didn't have any main buildings. There's no buildings in downtown or anything. It's just old school.
Yes.
If there were no university there, they would be all fun.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I lived across the street from a farm. I could hit golf balls in my yard.
So I'm Ron from Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your full service air conditioning, heating, and plumbing contractor for both residential and commercial properties. And we're back.
Hey,
And we're back. And I'm Wesley Source.
Yeah.
Had no idea. My apologies.
It was two good conversations. So
I was like,
no.
wait a minute, did you have that on? No, my nose has been running since the winter started. It's something that blooms this time of year. Last year did it too.
capsaicin works really well for me.
It's like, I can't stop.
So tell us about what you do.
Oh, well, I am a massage therapist. I'm also a physical therapist assistant. And those two worlds kind of come together, but primarily I do integrative medical sports massage. It's the business I have. I'm also doing home health on the side right now. So that I work with a lot of patients in their homes, including veterans. And that's where I first was spending my second and third time with hospitals, things like that. Really started working with vets and then people who are elderly. And then now I have a lot of younger, elderly or geriatric population out here, like in Florida where I work, that are very healthy. And so we see a lot of activity and people out here at higher rates, their level of care. So I work in a way of helping them understand how their body's working, how it maybe could work a little better. You know, I use the mantra, is it good? Yes. Could it be better? Absolutely. Is it the best we can do? No. All right. So we're always using what we have and then we're training and working within what they have to move with. And then we're looking at improving that. A lot of golfers. So I've had a lot of success with working with golfers. They come out the next day and talk about how well they play. Chronic injuries, I have a pretty good success rate with as well. This technique I've developed over 17 years, working with myofascial and kinetic kind of links and chains throughout the body. So if you have a low back pain, something like that, then we're going to look what we say up and down the string. So we're going to look to your hamstrings, your feet, up to your neck. We're going to help kind of release the tension throughout the kinetic chain, left to right. There's a lot that goes into it, you know, and I do tend to ramble, but it's really amazing to me how much better people feel after one session. Sometimes I can actually have, over the years, I've seen anywhere upwards of 90% of pain relieved in one session if we're not dealing with something structural, nerve related. So there's some things we have to ask, things like that. So,
and how do we get hold of you?
You can reach me at synergisticself.com. It has a booking button there. You can reach to book on my website, Schedulicity. You can text me at 954-802-8787 if you prefer. You can also call and leave a message. And then I think that's it. I don't remember what else we have. No, I think 504jody@gmail.com. That's JODY at gmail.com. Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, your handshake pretty much says it all. I would never want to be on your table just because I require a little bit more tender touch, but I do get massage therapy once a week through the VA, and which is absolutely incredible. And I don't take pain medication because of it. And I'm
that's good.
And I don't talk about it, but it's just it is what it is. So,
can I address that real quick?
Sure.
Bring up a very interesting point. My whole 17-year career has been about trying to understand the nuances and the continuity of how our systems work physically, physiologically, and then our psychology. So my technique is very temporal, which might be hard to understand because what I'm looking to do is your nervous system is in a state of red. So it's turned way up.
Right.
So I'm going to turn the nervous system down. Now, if I inflict more pain, then I'm not taking you out of what's called fight or flight. I'm now reinforcing it. So now the guarding increases, the muscles tighten. Sure. I used to keep a shoestring in my office and I'd do a little knot it. And I'd say, okay, hey, you got a knot. This is your spine. And I say, well, because everybody loves to stretch first thing. So what happens when you stretch? The knot gets deeper.
Yeah.
But what happens if I rub the knot, remove the knot, and then we stretch? It goes back to doing what it's supposed to do. And so we kind of have an understanding.
Yeah.
So the whole joke is a vampire has to be invited in. And so I don't want to kick the door of your nervous system down. I want them to open it and invite me in. We want to relax that system. Through the breath work I teach, we start to bring down the blood pressure, the heart rate. We don't want you to leave in pain. We want you to be out of pain. That's the point. Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
Appreciate you guys.
it's great
Yeah,
seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll look forward to seeing you again soon on the Tucson Tasty Show every Sunday from 3 to 4 on 10:30 a.m. The Voice. And look for the guys next door right after from 4 to 4:30. We'll be right back. There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show here at the Arizona Sands Club. We are live and chatting with everybody with the networking media day, which
Media
is
Day,
really,
yep.
really exciting.
And we do
but
have networking here at Sam's Club every Wednesday.
Every
at 9
Wednesday,
a.m.
9 a.m. And come and check it out. We do have breakfast and come and join us for a great time and great people. Some of the best people in Tucson hang out at the Sands Club. So
Yeah.
I got to meet the coach, the new coach.
Yeah,
the
you're
other
telling
day,
me about that. That's awesome.
and got some pictures with them. Very nice gentleman. So
Was he
really
recruiting
excited. Uh-huh.
Was he recruiting you?
No, I was
No.
trying to recruit him. So, but anyways, no, he's a really good guy. But looking forward to seeing what he does with the football team next year. But that's the kind of people you run into at the Sands Club as well. So,
Sure.
but here with Ron Arenas, thank you for joining us again, Ron,
Yeah.
and hanging out. And go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is Maximilian Nieves. I work with Nexa Mortgage. I'm a mortgage broker, and I work with over 220 banks. So there's not a mortgage product that we can't fund.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
So you have all kinds of different mortgage products.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can do not only traditional mortgages, but we've talked to you about doing home equity loans, right?
Are you doing home equity loans right now?
Yes, sir. So I mean, there's a lot of HELOC products that we offer, but probably our most popular one is our 5-day HELOC. So once you do a mortgage application and you have a rough estimate of your credit, they do a soft pull and they give you an answer in like 5 minutes. Once you're qualified, you want to go through, you get to select how much you want to take. You select your own terms. You want to pay it off in 10 years or more. And after 5 days, once everything's done, you get your money. So it's a great program. You can use the money for whatever you want.
Yeah. Hopefully you're using that to improve your house or whatever you need to get done.
Right.
I wouldn't advise like spending on lottery tickets, but that's not for me to tell people how to spend their money. But
Right.
again, I wouldn't advise it. So.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. I hope that people don't do that. It'd be kind of silly. What's the rate at? I hear that it's coming down.
Yeah.
And the Fed keeps lowering it, but that doesn't immediately affect the mortgage community, right?
Well, it actually can. So a lot of people don't know this, but interest rates can change 5 times a day. So
Yep.
even with someone quotes you in the morning might not be what they can quote you in the afternoon. So, I mean, I rarely see it change less than twice a day, but it can change as many times as it wants. And when Jerome Powell starts speaking, the lenders always listen and they'll adjust accordingly. So
wow.
kind of expecting the next cut in March. We don't know when the last cut, we could have as many as 3, but I don't tell anybody to wait till possibly December because, like I said, interest rates change many times a day, and world events unfortunately do affect it. I mean, there's war starting all the time. Banks start to latch onto the money a little extra tight when something happens in the world. So it's always good to see where we're at today.
Wonderful.
And
thank you.
How do people get a hold of you?
They can reach me on my cell phone, 520-334-9330. I'm always picking up, answering, send me a text, any questions you want. Like I work with so many banks. They all have their own overlays, own programs, all things that they do differently.
Yeah.
So it's always send me out to do the research. I love doing research for people. So,
All right. Give us that number one more time.
520-334-9330.
Perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And we'll be right back with the next guest on the Tucson Tasty Show. Stay tasty, Tucson. Awesome. Welcome back on the host of the Tucson Tasty Show. Wesley Source here with Ron Arenas of Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and the guys next door. Check them out every Sunday from 4 to 4:30 on 10:30 a.m. The Voice. And we're here with Jennifer from the Patch Boys. How you doing today?
Yeah, welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. And tell us a little bit about what the Patch Boys do.
Sure. So the Patch Boys is a drywall repair service, and we can handle anything with your ceilings and walls. So if you've got water damage, holes, nicks, dents in your walls, you need a remodel, you want to build a pony, someone drove through your garage, bought a house and the garage isn't finished or the TV doesn't fit in the wall, lots of different scenarios. But basically anything to do with your ceilings and walls, we can help you with.
Outstanding. How can they get a hold of you?
So we're available on all the social media apps, as well as by phone and email. So by phone, 520-339-6800, and by email, tucson.info@thepatchboys.com.
Wonderful. And
Yeah.
what other
perfect.
questions you got, Ron?
So on the drywall, you can go start to finish. Like you said, an unfinished garage, you could go from drywalling it to finishing it.
Yeah, that's correct. So we specialize in seamless texturing and repairs. So if you've got knockdown, orange peel, hawk and trowel, we specialize in different texturing and being able to make that a seamless repair for you. So a lot of people come here from the East Coast where they have level 5 smooth walls, and they come out to Tucson and they're like, oh, this is hawk and trowel and these swirls on my walls and stuff. So we can change that for them. So we do
That's
texture changes, really anything that you can think of. You want to take a wall down. I just had one taken down in my kitchen and it looks fabulous and such. So any type of remodeling, we provide all the different kinds of drywall from purple board, green board, regular drywall, 5/8, a 1/4 inch. We also do popcorn ceiling removal. So that's, if your house was built before 1982, make sure you get it tested for asbestos. It's very hazardous to your health.
82?
1982, anything before 1982, you want to get it tested for asbestos. We can help you with that. We can test it for you. Or you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a kit there for really inexpensive and mail it in, and then you'll have your test results and we can come help you out. We have solutions. If it does come back positive, we can skim coat it and texture it for you. We can encapsulate it for you. So you don't need to spend the thousands and thousands of dollars to have it removed if you have asbestos.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Yes.
Can you give us that number one more time?
Sure, 520-339-6800.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Again, Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show. Find us at the Tasty Show 520 or the Tucson Tasty Show on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be back shortly with our final guest. All right, we're coming back in and welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas of the Guys Next Door, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and so many more things. Right?
Yeah, I always have a lot going on, but the new thing that's going on right now is our brand new radio show,
Yes.
Guys Next Door. It is premiering on February 4th, Sunday, 4 p.m. on KVOI 1030 a.m.
And you can also find that at kvoi.com if you want to listen live or the podcast as well. So, and we'll get you hooked up so you're broadcasting out to all the other podcast platforms here shortly.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
But we're here with Robert of R&R Mini Roll-Offs. And how you doing today, Robert?
I'm doing good.
It's always great to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out and supporting us. And
Yeah,
how's it
tell
going?
us a little bit about your business.
I'm Robert with R&R Mini Roll-Offs. I'm local here in Tucson. Been in business about 2.5, almost 3 years this April. I have mini roll-offs ranging in size from 15 to 20 yard dumpsters, 12 foot to 14 foot loft. So they're small for residential. You have some commercial people who rent them. I got a guy that builds houses. He's got one out right now. I got a guy that just finished on that had a friend pass away, cleaned out his house, took 5 dumpsters, 7.5 tons of trash out of there.
Wow.
It was pretty bad. Sorry for the guy that passed away and everything, but got to go through and clean this place up.
Yeah, so there's many situations that you could use a dumpster: landscaping, remodel, new construction, all of those.
Yeah,
and
flippers. You used me once as well on your
cleaning out a rental house.
cleaning out a rental house with your SL.
Right. And if you have HOA concerns, Robert can work with you and figure out the what it takes to work with the HOA, and that way he can get that dumpster in there and he can load it up and then he can get it out there.
Yeah. The biggest thing with HOA is be on top of your HOA, be honest up front, let them know what's going on.
Be proactive instead of reactive.
A lot of times, if you get retrieved a little early, they have no problem with the dumpsters because they know you have to get the trash out one way or another. And they rather have a dumpster come in versus just stuff sitting on the side of the road in those bags.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely. So how do people get a hold of you?
You can contact me through phone 520-534-8067 or Robert at r&r-minirolloffs.com.
Perfect. Can you give us that phone number one more time?
520-534-8067.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And again, Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show. Find us at the the Tasty Show 520 on YouTube and the Tucson Tasty Show Facebook and Instagram. We'll be right back with another amazing guest. Stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, here with Ron Arenas of the Guys Next Door and Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. How you doing?
Doing great.
Yeah. And you're going to be broadcasting live for your first show, the premiere of the show, by yourself on Sunday from 4 to 4:30.
Right. They kicked me out of the nest. I'm flying on my own.
Hopefully. No.
Hopefully.
No, you're great. And it's great to see you. Thank you for being here today with
Thank you.
Everybody. And we have Celia from Always Faithful Home Inspections. How you doing today?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Our pleasure. And tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yes, I do home inspections all over Southern Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
My company goes all the way from Ajo to Douglas, Nogales to Casa Grande, and everything in between. And for those of you who ask, yes, that includes Sierra Vista.
That's a large area.
Yes,
It's
large area. And there's also, we do a lot of services where we are the one-stop shop because we are certified in several things, including termite. We destroy organisms. We do pool inspections, mold, air quality. And also we do multiplexes all the way from investment properties to new construction.
outstanding.
Very good. How many people are on your team?
Right now, there's myself and another guy, and we are just waiting for another person to get his license. He applied, and we are just waiting for that to come through. So there's going to be 3 of us.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. We look forward to seeing you next time. And stay tasty, Tucson. You have anything to say, Ron?
Yeah. How do we get a hold of you?
Oh, yes.
Yes, so you can go on my website, alwaysfaithfulhomeinspection.com. I also, my number is also there. There's a business number, and once you book an inspection, there will be my personal number in there, so you can reach me directly.
Perfect. And that's 520-349-5641.
That's correct.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show. Here with Pastor John McClain of the Common Good radio show, Veteran Rescue Mission, and so many more things.
And the Common Good Media Group.
Media Group, yeah.
That's kind of our umbrella over the 4 shows.
Yep. And this is Ron Arenas of Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and the Guys Next Door. Every Sunday from 4 to 4:30 on 10:30 a.m. The Voice. Excited about that.
Yeah, very excited.
Yep. And how you doing today, John?
Great. I mean, I'm just processing the awesomeness that is 3 hours of us from 1:30 to 4:30 every Sunday.
Yeah. Live. These are going to be live.
Be able to take some call in. I'm excited to see how you react, Wesley, particularly with some call-in people, because it's a whole new world. It's gonna be kind of nutty, and sometimes you really got to be on your toes.
Interesting. Yeah. it should be interesting because we have no control over having the phone calls. We can't drop the calls from inside the studio, which is really should be interesting.
Yeah, but we do have a board operator.
Yeah,
who
we
does
do.
a good job. And will
Yeah, I'm hoping that
be able to help us screen a little bit.
I hear we could drop it out quick, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I heard there's like a 7-second delay.
There is.
So
Yeah.
we should be okay. I haven't had any problems. I mean, it's just back when we first started doing the show, it was during coronavirus. And there were just like a lot of kind of like China virus, China flu type of phone calls that we got. That was just really kind of, it was funny more than anything else. But certainly as it was coming out of the person's mouth, I was like, okay, I'm not sure where this is going to go or how I'm going to take this. But
Right.
it was fun nonetheless, and definitely a little scary. So that maybe that's what made it fun.
Fair enough.
A little bit on the edge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went back and watched some of those videos, and that plexiglass between everything was a little intense.
Yeah, that was annoying. Yeah,
Yeah.
You remember plexiglass?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it really stopped. I mean, you guys were still in this box, locked in this box together.
You better
Breathing
get
each other's air.
Everybody was just
Yeah.
trying whatever they could try, just
It's-
hoping that they didn't die. So.
Fair enough. I think fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for everything today. How did everything go with the networking group?
Excellent. Probably about 30 people that showed up.
That's awesome.
Participated.
That's
So it
fantastic.
was, it was definitely just such a blessing for Kiki to get that support for
Yeah.
her show,
Yeah.
to see that she has a community of people that are behind her.
And we haven't seen Kiki over here yet.
I'll send
And I was really excited. I was hoping that she'd be our first guest, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about Veteran Rescue Mission?
Yeah, your Veteran Rescue Mission.
Back on
is
track. I'm sorry.
a-
Thank you,
a
Ron.
homeless veteran transition program that where we locate people on the street or close to. We get them to our tiny house village, get them squared away with some type of quarters, try to connect them with jobs, connect them with whatever their needs are, connect them with housing. And thankfully, I'm blessed to say since 2018, nearly 500 veterans we've been able to locate and get connected with services. So yeah, that's, in a nutshell, kind of like what brings us here. Is because I feel called to help veterans in general. And as a happenstance of that, we also do radio shows and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. It's amazing what you do, and we're fully in support of it, and we thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys' support. Definitely without Picture Rocks, without Wesley, without you guys' friendship, it's like I literally would not be. This Veteran Rescue Mission may not even exist. So I
Really?
just feel so honored to have the support of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We're a team.
Thank you very much. And we'll be right back with our final guest. I've said that the last couple of times, but we'll see what happens.
Kiki, I'm guessing.
We have Robert.
Okay, yeah, just Kiki.
But we'll be right back. Again, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and we'll be at the Tasty Show 520 on YouTube and the Tucson Tasty Show on Facebook and Instagram. Stay tasty, Tucson.
We're live. Welcome back.
Hi, guys.
Hello, and welcome back. I'm Wesley Source, host of the Tucson Tasty Show, and we're here with Ron Arenas, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and the guys next door. And you got to catch this show every Sunday from 4 to 4:30. The Tucson Tasty Show is right before 3 to 4. So listen, and if you tune in at 1:30 and just listen to 4:30, that's really where you're going to get all the fun.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
The lineup is amazing.
That's right. It's 10:30 a.m. KVOI over KVOI.com.
Yep. And you can also find the videos on the Tasty Show 520. And we'll have the guys next door up and running here shortly. Now, we have Kiki Rogers of Kiki's Best Friends. And Kiki, you're at Facebook at Kiki's Best. Is that
Best friends.
Yeah. And
And on YouTube, Kiki's Best Friends too.
perfect. And let's see. How's the show going? I mean, this is the launch party for it, right?
Oh my gosh, what a turnout today. This has just been so cool. The show's going great. We have 4 shows in the works already, and then we will start be airing live this Sunday February 4th. I was thinking we had another week break in there, but gosh, the time flies, doesn't
It's a
it?
few days away. Yeah.
It is. And I'm just really, really glad to be part of the group.
Yes, thank you. And we're glad you're a part of the group as well. And that's Common Good Media Group. And we have some amazing stuff that's coming out soon. Check us out.
Yeah.
Check us out.
Great last segment.
This every Sunday.
Yeah.
We're just missing John for the round or the fourth post.
Yeah.
And we'd be good. But
You can listen by tuning in to KVOI 10:30 a.m. station right on your radios, or you can also watch the live YouTubes and Facebook streams. And then I just got my account set up to start delivering the podcasts through Apple and Amazon and Spotify and all that. So my show should be dropping on that soon. But Wes, yours already are.
yes,
How can people find your show there?
the Tasty Show. If you just ask your iPhone to turn on the Tasty Show podcast, I pop up, or you can search it on Speak or any of the platforms. So we're on iHeart, we're on Apple, Amazon, Audible. There's so many. It's the list is endless, which is really exciting. But
So we just had my launch party for my show, but I'm not the only new show. We have Guys Next Door that's also playing on Sundays.
We do. Yeah.
So Ron, how can people find your show specifically?
Right now, just through KVOI. We do have a YouTube channel, and it's coming up. We just need to build a little bit onto that. But listen to us. We'll also have our podcasts available. Check us out this Sunday.
And what Guys Next Door kind of offering, or what's the message that you guys are delivering?
So it's a show for guys, about guys, things that interest guys. We're going to have special guests on there, different people in the community making an impact, coaches, pastors, different businessmen, just the good works that they're doing in the community and that they're out there making a difference.
beautiful.
But ladies, show your support, because it's still really important that we're supporting each other in all genders. And I just think it's amazing what you're doing, and that you have that platform, because I think a lot of guys are feeling a little left out lately.
Yeah.
I think that's really great, and that anyone can support and love on that.
Right.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kiki. Again, tune in from 1:30 to 2 for Kiki's Best Friends, from 2 to 3 for Common Good Radio, and then from 3 to 4 we have the Tucson Tasty Show, and then the Guys Next Door from 4 to 4:30. So stay tasty, Tucson, and have a great day. We'll see you soon.